My name is Atinuke, and this year I am the judge for the Yorkshire Festival of Story Writing Competition for children. For children aged between 7 and 11. Lucky me, I am going to get to read all your stories. Now, the Yorkshire Festival of Story is the biggest storytelling festival in the world that has both events online, where you can go to those events wherever you live in the world, and events in person in Yorkshire, if you are lucky enough to be there. Now, the Yorkshire Festival of Story invited me to be the judge this year because I am an author. That's right. I am the author of nearly 30 books. So I guess they thought that maybe I would be a good judge for your stories. I am the author of the Anna Hibiscus series. You might know this series already. I am also the author of Africa, Amazing Africa, which is a non-fiction book all about the continent where I was born. Africa, Amazing Africa, in the country of Nigeria. That's where I was born. Now, although I was born and I spent my childhood in Nigeria, I now live in Britain. And my latest book, which is coming out this summer, is Brilliant Black British History. A story of the black people of Britain, where we live. Now, your story, most importantly, your story has to be about a certain theme. And your theme this year is a day that changed the world. Wow! I can think of so many things you could write about. You could write about a real day that changed the world, just like in my non-fiction books, I write about real things. Or you could make up an invented day, a day that has not happened except in your imagination, which is what I do in my fiction books. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to write about? A day that really changed our world, or a day that could have changed our world? And are you going to write about our real world, which is what I do in my books, like Too Small Taller, Catch That Chicken? I write about our world. Or are you going to write about a fantasy world? I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to read your stories. Now, your stories have to be short. They can only be 500 words. That might sound like a lot. 500 is a big number. But when you come to write, it's only a very short amount of writing. But this means you have time to get your story perfect as you can make it. Because the deadline is not until the end of September. I think, let me check, the 29th of September. Of course, you can send your story in before that. Don't wait until the last minute. It takes time to write a good story. Even a short story takes time. It takes time to have the idea, to write it down, to scrub it up and delete it all if it's not right, to try again and again and again until you have a story that you are proud of. And I don't know what you look for in stories, but I look for stories that move me. I mean, stories that make me feel something. make me feel sad or happy or shocked or even angry. I like a story that moves me or a story where I learn a lot. So, I hope you have fun this summer. Do please lots of reading. That was always the best thing to me about summer, was being able to read. And you can see from my bookshelves, I still love reading and I still read children's books, as many as I can. And have fun writing this story or maybe lots of stories. Who knows? You might write so many stories, you don't know which one to pick. Well, pick the funniest, cleverest, bestest story that you write this summer and then sign up at www.settlestories.org.uk/what's-on. That's where you have to sign up. But I'm sure if you go to the Yorkshire Festival of Stories, their website, or the Settle Stories website, you will find the children's story competition. Please sign up and send me your best story. I can't wait to read it.